feeling ashamed to go outside, so I became a hikikomori. That was 10 years ago.
Looking at Nito's day, it's a bit hard to compare him to most hikikomori.
This is today's my snack. Sorry for eating snack despite I'm hikikomori.
Konnichiwa minasan, kyo desu. So in today's video, we're going to be reacting to a video of a day in the life of a Japanese hikikomori. Excited to watch this video, but before that guys, we are close to 200,000 subscribers. So if you haven't already, like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hikikomori, shut-in in English. Hikikomori equals shut-in in English. Shut in.
This is Nito, a Japanese man living in Kobe. For the last 10 years, he has spent nearly 24/7 in his apartment. In Japan, he is known as a hikikomori, a social phenomenon where an individual seeks extreme isolation. And today, he's allowed us to take an unfiltered look into his daily life.
Good morning, everyone.
Ohayou gozaimasu.
Unlike most Japanese people who are rushing to work around 6:30 a.m., his morning is quite relaxing. But you might be surprised to learn that Nito is not lazy. In fact, for the past 3 years, he has been developing a video game.
So how does he get money? Does he have a job or?
Nito starts his day off with breakfast. It consists of cheese toast, yogurt milk, and some fruit. This is the same breakfast he's had every day for the past 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah. I'm eating my meal on my chair.
英語わかりますか?
While I'm eating meal,
素晴らしい。
I can browse internet. Yeah. That's it.
いただきます。
It's too hard while
Feel me?
shooting and eating.
It's estimated that over 1 million people in Japan currently isolate themselves like Nito. And experts on this matter are projecting that this number will approach 10 million in the near future.
Ooh.
A whopping 10% of Japan's entire population.
Man, that's not good.
It's not easy to understand why someone would choose to live this way, but what better way to find out than ask Nito himself? Nito, take us back about 10 years. You graduated from the University of Tokyo. What was the job searching process like?
I like documentaries, so I applied to TV stations and productions. I have generally disliked Japanese working culture and relationships in the workplace. I had a sense of anxiety while I was searching for the job.
Oh, he's
So
reading.
I didn't take it too seriously when I wasn't accepted by these companies.
Do you feel like once you pass that initial job search period that you've lost the opportunity to get a good job in Japan?
Yeah, I think so. One of my uni senpai couldn't land a job he preferred, so he stayed in school another year and got accepted by a good company.
And when you decided you were done job hunting, what was your next step?
I believed that creative writing was my calling. I was thinking like, okay, I failed to land a good job, but instead I can experience a variety of work and can use it as my writing resource. I was going to quit my job when I can live on my writing anyway. I was arrogant and stupid.
Arrogant and
I was
stupid.
getting to realize that what I want to write was not what the marketplace wanted to read. I tried to expand myself to fit in the market demand, but I was not that talented. I wrote up a novel that I simply expressed my taste there and ignored the market. Then, finally I accepted I couldn't live off my writings, at least at the moment. But I wanted to live on my creation no matter what. Dojin seemed to be a a reasonable choice from my eyes.
Dojin means independent distribution, and comes in many varieties with people creating games, animations, and manga. Due to the low volume of production, when these works become popular, they can also become quite valuable. In typical Japanese humility, Nito claims he is not good at drawing, but looking at his work, I think most people would feel differently.
上手です。上手。
After breakfast, Nito sits at the computer, where he will spend most of his day. He starts off by reading the news, picking up some tidbits from Reddit's game development forum, and checking emails. And when you decided to be a dojin, that's when you moved into your current apartment?
Yes, I started learning how to draw in my old room. I had no friends in my hometown and felt rushed to become financially independent as soon as possible. Feeling ashamed to go outside, so I became a hikikomori. That was 10 years ago.
What kind of work were you creating as a dojin?
I'm a bit embarrassed to say this, but 80% of professional dojin creators are making porn.
Yeah.
In Japan,
I figured.
porn creators are relatively accepted or simply overlooked. That's what I was doing as well.
Is that due to high demand?
Yes, being in the otaku market, drawing cute girls is a must. And being able to draw cute girls gives you more opportunities in the market.
Yep, supply and
It's
demand.
also a great way to train your drawing skill.
That makes sense. Did you have any success there?
I published 2 books through an online distributor. My first was in 2014 and my second in 2015. Combining both, I sold a total of 2,000 copies
Not
and
bad.
earned a net revenue of 930,000 yen.
It's very good. It's not too bad.
Do you feel like if you kept going with drawing that you could have made a living from it?
Maybe, but simply put, drawing porn is not fun for me. I can't find the meaning of life there. Also, my second book didn't sell as well, so I didn't want to keep going.
なるほど。
Around that time, Unreal Engine became free to use and I decided game development may be the last chance for my life. Now, years later, I am getting close to finishing my first commercial game, Tuesday.
Nito begins work on his game in the afternoon. He codes using the Unreal Engine, one of the biggest game engines used to develop for AAA game titles. His game title, Polstay, is a literal translation of Hikikomori. The game is an old-school beat-em-up brawler centered around a Hikikomori named Susumu. The enemies are other members of society who are worried about him, want to mock him, or just want to see a Hikikomori in the wild. And in my opinion, looks pretty fun.
I guess this is a way to release the rage he probably has about society is creating this game. Looks like an old beat 'em up. Okay. Watermelon. Ooh, okay, getting boiled alive. Okay. Now he's fighting tempura. Yeah, this is a way for him to probably release a lot of the frustrations he has with his lifestyle and how people perceive him probably.
After knocking out some work, Nito takes a break for lunch. Not being much of a cook, Nito usually sticks to frozen, retort packaged, or canned foods. He boils vegetables every day and has half at lunch and half with dinner.
I'm not talking with BBC Click team, so I'm watching their video and prepare for their interview.
We've been close to people long enough to catch coronavirus.
How long have you been creating the games now?
I started developing games about 5 years ago.
Tell us about some of the challenges you faced along the way.
Well, my English was not great, so I couldn't write
English
my
is pretty
game
good though, I
story
believe.
in English. Also, all development guides are written in English, so I needed to improve my skill. That was my biggest challenge to overcome.
Developing games, particularly with the 3D graphics, has to be a lot more difficult than writing or drawing. So what is it that kept you focused and motivated over the past 5 years?
Yeah, it's certainly difficult and challenging, but I see it's rewarding a lot. You can tackle the new challenge and create your own artwork. That's what I want to spend my lifetime on. And also, I have no escape anymore elsewhere. Game development is a final result of
It's
mine.
do or die for him.
Looking at Nito's day, it's a bit hard to compare him to most hikikomori. The stereotype is someone who doesn't work at all and their parents take care of them, while they lay about consuming media. While his life is not socially accepted, I do admire the number of skills he's built up entirely on his own volition.
This is today's my snack. Sorry for eating snack despite I'm hikikomori. This is a raisin dipped in water, so it's soft and sweet. You can try it. And eclair. Yeah. Let's see.
いただきます。
If the game is successful, what you wanna do next?
I'd love to travel around the world and meet game devs there. I have a couple of game ideas I want to make. These ideas require support from other people, such as a programmer and an artist. So I want to make connections with talented people and build a little dev team.
Not to jinx you, but what if it's not successful? Do you have a backup plan?
Probably
I
not.
will use Stay as my portfolio and try to find a job, preferably remote freelance job.
Nito, more of a personal question, but do you ever feel lonely?
It might sound odd, but I don't feel lonely much. I don't think I'm a misanthrope type, but simply don't feel lonely much.
Yeah, man, this is sad. I said this before on other videos, but I think a huge problem in Japan is that there's really no sense of community. More importantly, I just do feel that a lot of Japanese people have no purpose in life. I think when you have a lot of people who are aimless with no particular direction, I think you get a lot of hikikomoris because, you know, they're like, what do I do with my life? And because Japan does have a strong sense of like, you have to have a good reputation. Someone like a hikikomori who has his reputation is going to be shunned by his peers, which I think will just enable the behavior to not want to deal with people. And even though compared to probably a lot of people who are doing the same thing in his life, I think he's trying his best to do something with his life, which I will give him credit for. But ultimately, human beings are social creatures. We need some sort of community or some sense of belonging with other people. I think people who are shut in or don't have any kind of social interactions with people, it does affect your behavior and your personality and you as a human being a lot. And I know for a lot of Japanese men in particular, and women too, finding a job is very difficult. And when you don't have a good job, it does make life a bit hard for the average person. But honestly, I just think it's a culture change that needs to happen. I think if Japan wants to truly solve this issue, I think Japan probably needs to just reconsider a lot about what Japan is doing, a lot of their cultural values, and kind of just determine what's working and what's not. But I think ultimately it's a lack of purpose. And it's not just Japan, it's in the West too, that when people have no purpose in life, they're aiming for nothing, then, you know, they just don't do anything. You're stagnant. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, also hit that bell as well to get notified whenever we post a video. Honto, arigatou gozaimasu. Minna, kiyotsukete. じゃあね。